All right, thank you all. And the title of this is Taken to the Cleaners. I drop to my hands and knees and begin to crawl, weaving from side to side, but occasionally hitting the ground. I had been drinking, yes, but I tried something new called a Quaalude, or a horse tranquilizer, which I didn't quite compute until my friends dropped me off and I couldn't walk. I traversed the path towards the Fox River where our apartment sits. There's a big tree in between us and the river I like to climb. I take a left to our front door, thankfully no stairs, and my mom is waiting for me. I am 14, and I am supposed to be setting a good example for my friend Patty, who is up from Naples, Florida. She had been running away and being retrieved for some time now. All the girls in the family were troubled, and it would be decades before we would understand why. She must have been so relieved when I came crawling into the apartment. I spent the rest of the night in the bathroom. A little while later, I took acid with my friend Stevie. She came from a family of 6 kids, 5 gorgeous girls, and 1 baby boy who was super handsome. But everyone was out of town, including their dog, and my mom was at a party an hour away in DeKalb. We concocted some kind of sleepover story. Yes, parents will be present. So the world was ours. We had the house to ourselves. But I realized I had to work at the dry cleaners the next morning at 7. So I decided to walk home. By the time I got home, I was convinced the rapture had happened. A few years earlier, while visiting Patty and her family in Naples, Patty had just come back from a Jesus ranch where they sent her the last time she ran away. They try and scare them straight with stories of the rapture and showing them that movie, The Rapture, over and over again with like vacuum cleaners running and sinks going because everyone you loved has just disappeared and you who are not saved have been left behind into this evil world. Well, it was also in that same bedroom that when Stairway to Heaven came on, I told her that I had just seen them practicing that song in the rec room of my grandparents' apartment complex. Patty was older than me. You saw Led Zeppelin in your grandma's rec room? I did. But no matter how many times we went around, she would not believe me. But I knew what I saw. I came back from that trip trying to save my whole Catholic family, to no avail. And then I just kind of forgot about it until this night. I mean, everyone was gone. All of Stevie's family, my mom, even Bernice the dog was gone. I look out the window and there's nobody. It is just Stevie and I, the 2 bad tripping kids, the sinners who are left behind. I am beginning to really freak out, and then I have a thought. If my grandma is still here, then it didn't happen. So I decide to make the middle of the night phone call to my grandmother. She picks up the phone like there was a house on fire. Next thing I know, my aunt, who is a nurse, is on the extension. And they are saying things like, keep her awake. Did you take something? Where's Pat? My mom, who everyone already thinks isn't raising me right. By the time she gets back from the party, we're all there. Her mom, my grandmother, my aunt, and me, who was supposed to be on a sleepover. She tells them that I've been reading a lot of end-of-the-world stories and books, which was true. I had just recently finished The Rubber Band Theory that talked about the polar caps flipping places, creating complete chaos. Satisfied, they left. But I had a feeling we were both probably in trouble. My mom looks at me and says, "Have fun, I'm going to bed." She knew I was tripping. She had been to Woodstock. And I had been with her once when she was having a not very good trip. We had recently moved to an apartment by the zoo in Lincoln Park. And upstairs from us was this drug dealer with this thalidomide arm. And he was always trying to pick me up and he used to freak me out. Well, he gave her acid. And it did not go well. Before I knew it, we were at my aunt and uncle's on Bissell, and the next morning, leaving my Easy Bake Oven behind, we were on a plane headed to Fort Lauderdale. Maybe not the best place to send your daughter in her early 20s, in the late 60s, who you're trying to straighten out. We moved in to my grandfather's brand new dream home on wheels. It was vacant, a trailer. A man who had to quit high school when his father died to work at a bank on Madison Avenue, then Skid Row, to support his mom and 9 siblings, only to find himself not too soon after that supporting 6 kids. A painter who became a CPA. This is how we came to be in Florida and eventually Naples. So I stay up ironing my clothes that I will be wearing to my dry cleaning job that morning, because 7 a.m. is only a couple of hours away. Thank you.